Yeah, okay, fine. So, yeah, good evening. So, today we are pleased to welcome Sughosh, so a skilled data scientist currently at Oracle with a wealth of experience in data science. So, Sughosh has a proven track record in leveraging data driven insights to solve complex challenges. His journey and expertise offer invaluable perspectives for those pursuing careers in data science. So, we are honored to have him here to share his knowledge on building a successful data science career. Yeah, on behalf of BIT, I welcome you, Sughosh.
Hey, thanks, man.
So over to you.
Hey, yeah. Hey, hi, all. First of all, happy Deepavali to all of you. Uh, it's festival season, and I guess you guys should be bursting crackers, but you have come here, so that represents your dedication. So thanks for giving me the opportunity, Pratik. And it's an honor that I'll be able to share some of my experience, what I've been doing until now. So let me share. I'll not bore you guys out because it's holidays and I guess you should be tired of, uh, you know, lectures. I don't want to give you lectures, but yeah. So I'll is my screen visible, Pratik? Hello. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So it's myself, Sughosh. Like Pratik told, I have been working as a data scientist at Oracle from the last, I guess, 2 to 3 months since I've become a data science too. But that data scientist too. But even before that, I was kind of a data scientist at Oracle. But I was mainly working in the cloud domain, and now I'm working at Oracle Finance as a data scientist too. So to start off with, I want to like share you a couple of stories, on a lighter note. So there was once a young man in a Indian village, and he was kind of he had studied all the things like you guys have studied, like in engineering, AI, data science, DSA, all the stuff, and he was kind of looking at things and wanted to what did not want to kind of wasn't knowing what to do next. So he went to a Guruji, and the Guruji, he went to the Guruji and he asked him that Guruji, I want to pursue something, but I'm not able to do it. So the Guruji says, do you know how to make curd? He says, yeah, I make, you have to, you know, the left out curd, you have to put it in the warm milk, and warm milk will kind of turn into curd in a days or 12 hours of time, right? And then the Guruji says, it's just like how do you after making it curd, do you stir it up or you just leave it as is? So he says we leave it as it's to the curd to become, all the bacteria should get fermented and stuff like that. And then Guruji says the same way, yeah, your knowledge also let it get settled and don't stir it up, right? uh, Same way, so our motivation should be on learning, and it should not be on thinking that okay, I did not get what's the end result. So because end result is the proponent of how much you have studied and stuff like that, right? So after that he said, the Guruji says, okay, so also beware. He, with a wink in the eye, he says, also don't leave it too much because the curd also will become sour, just like how your social media will be crowded if you don't check it frequently. So this is on a lighter note, just to break the ice off. Similarly, I wanted to tell you another story. Right? It's a kind of a joke. So a man wanted to make a lot of money, and he thought that let me approach a famous astrologer who was kind of a expert in say cricket predictions, and then also on say marriage and career and stuff like that. He was giving all kinds of counseling. So he went to the astrologer and he asked that. I have studied so much on data science, computer science, and everything, and I want to make a lot of money. So, what do you suggest? So the Guruji says, see, you have two options. Young man says, okay, tell me, I'm ready to do anything. And the Guruji says, okay, the first option is you have to build, you have to work a lot of, work hard, and then you have to give a lot of time and build up your knowledge, and then you will see the result after so many years. So the young man was kind of puzzled, as in he did not want, he wanted to make instant money. So he was like, okay, then what's the second option? See, he told, just find the richest girl in the town and then get married and you'll become the richest guy. So that's the shortcut. So shortcut one. So it's up to you guys. Not going to give you a false motivation, but yeah, it's just on a light note. Yeah. So let's get started. So uh, here's my journey on how I became a data scientist at Oracle. So post my graduation at BIT. So by the way, me and Pratik are classmates. So we shared 4 years of engineering together, and yeah, just to give you a FYI. Okay, so why do you? So you guys have come here, on a festival day, and you have, attended this program. So thank you first of all. So here's my journey. So first of all, I started my journey, professional journey in 2020, which is 4 years back at Oracle itself. So I did not change companies like others do. So it's been 4 good years at Oracle, and I started as a cloud consultant, and I was working mainly on ETLs and more of a data engineering job. And then after 1 year of my career, I felt that I was missing the education that I had. So we all have been going through the education from the last 21 years. We graduate at around 21 or 22 years, right? And at 1 year of experience, I was missing the study routine again. So I thought, okay, let me just, and I did not want to stop making
Yeah,
money.
Sugosh, I think there is some lag. So is it for everyone or only for me?
Okay.
Is there any disturbance?
Not really. One
Any
second.
others?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, Sugosh, now you can continue.
Am I audible now? It's all good?
Yeah, now you're audible. Yes.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. So I started. So I wanted to study again. So in 2021, I discovered that we can do both of the things, right? Usually, most of us we think that okay, after say 1 or 2 years of experience, let me just go outside the country and try to pursue a master's degree, MS, right? And I decided that no, I'll take the unusual path and stay here, study here, and do something for my country. So my ultimate purpose of doing things over here while working was on a greater purpose, that I wanted to serve whatever I could to my country and not go somewhere else, right? So that was my motivation. And also, if you see the overall geopolitical situation, the market is very tough as of now, and I think what decision I made was kind of really kind of futuristic, I would say, but it was a hunch. So yeah, I mean, most of you will have a lot of aspirations on going to do an MS, but you can also try to explore a lot of things that is going on in our country as well, because in our country is not lagging behind in terms of AI or data science and stuff like that. And what I'm seeing today is a lot of big tech fan companies or man companies, whatever today they say, all of these companies are also kind of moving their core AI and data science team towards India, because they also do a lot of cost cutting and giving employment to a lot of brilliant people in the US or in Europe is not that cheap. So that's what trend that what I'm trying to see, I'm seeing now, right? Coming to what would be the core skills that you would need, would be mainly Python, right? So most of the companies who do data science, it's Python that they usually use. There are some companies who do and try to convert things to JavaScript and stuff like that, but it's mainly Python. And apart from that, you should have a core, knowledge about machine learning, a little bit of, say, deep learning as well, and then a lot of other touch-based topics on, say, and also apart from this, the main key is to all of this is data. And how do we query data? It's using SQL. May it be NoSQL, or it may be RDBMS, or may it be something on cloud. You should have good hands on SQL, which will kind of carve the path out for you guys to get into data science or data scientist position. Apart from that, usual things like DSA and stuff like that, it's common. Everyone does it. So yeah, that's pretty much. And about Oracle, my experience in the last 4 years would be that, see, a lot of big companies, big tech companies are leaning towards AI. Every single time they come out and give a press conference, give a webinar, everything, you would see that the most used word is artificial intelligence, AI. And nowadays, it's not AI, it's Gen AI now. So we have things like GPT, LLMs, and Llama, and a lot of other LLMs that they try to fine tune and then come up with new wrappers, right? Gen AI wrappers. So all of these things are also coming up a lot of evidently these days, and I think that also would be good if you have a little bit of a background knowledge on these as well. But since you guys are still studying, right, Pratik? So all of the people are from the
From
last year.
they're from third year.
Acha, right. So you'll be going into the placements next year, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what. So I think you would have already spent 3 good years in doing good projects, good internships, and stuff like that. I think so. I'm not really sure, but yeah, that's what I'm assuming. And then yeah, so these projects and these internships that you built during your college period will definitely leverage you to get good placements, first of all. And it's not easily available that a data science position is available for a fresher. It's very tough. But post, say, 2 or 3 years of experience, and you get good background knowledge on what all things are going on in the company, and if you have end-to-end knowledge, and you spend enough time on the core product that you're working, or core service that you're working, right, then you'll be able to easily level up and then get into a data science position. So yeah, like I told, so this is my experience. And in terms of education, right, I did a master's after I joined Oracle in 2021. I did it in BITS Pilani, and I think I graduated in 2023. So 2 years of data science projects, and a lot of studies and research and stuff, research projects, and I also have published a number of journals as well. So these things are usually in kind of made me lean towards the data science domain, and also gave me a leverage to shift into a data scientist position. But is this the only way that we can get equipped with data science? That is absolutely not. A lot of people who want to make money, who want to get into a data scientist position and pursue a data scientist career, can also without a degree can also get it. They can probably pursue a lot of certifications. There are a lot of free available YouTube channels as well, which give you a lot of good data science, and machine learning, statistics, all of these jargons, whichever you want you to pursue a data science career is freely available, right? So it's easily accessible, and you don't have to spend a single rupee as well. But the main motivation on these things is you have to stay consistent for a longer period of time, around, say, 6 months or a year, a good year, and also probably have to spend a lot of extra time apart from your studies to get into such positions. And I think participating in multiple hackathons kind of helped me a lot, because if it is a 24-hour hackathon, then you guys would learn a lot of a month's knowledge would you would easily get in within that 24 hours, because you are kind of pressurized to complete a particular project within that 24 hours and then show it to the jury, correct? So it's always good to have good multiple hackathons, even though you don't win, or even though you don't kind of make it to the top 10, but it's always good to at least go there and participate. Participation is the most important thing here. So yeah, so these are the three things you should have. So you have to build good projects, you should have good education, be it formal or informal, and also the motivation to pursue something for a longer period of time. Usually people lose motivation within a month or within a week. So that kind of an aim you guys should have, so that you can easily get and then get into the domain. So that's more about the motivation. And one small secret I would say that I usually follow is this: if you fail to plan, then you to plan to fail. It's as simple as that. So you should always plan what you want to achieve, and then if you have a good mind map of what you guys have to achieve, and complete roadmap of that, and if you follow it more judiciously, and I think the end result would be always favorable. So that's pretty much about my personal background. So let's see what all are the good learning pathways that we can have to pursue a career in data science. So yeah, like I told, there are three obvious way, but so one is on say you I think now, since a lot of online certifications, online course programs are available. I think Upgrad has something, and also a lot of IITs and Bits Pirani also offer a lot of good education. It's not that expensive as well. So you guys can also work and then also study. It's not that you have to sacrifice your career and then go and study. So it's always favorable for people who can't afford that, also can have to work, and as well also can study. But there is a one weakness, I guess disadvantage on this. If you're working and studying, I think all of your weekends, all of your enjoyment, I think you have to sacrifice for a couple of years or something, because I guess no pain no gain, right? So it's always like that. So that's pretty much on formal education. And you guys also have YouTube, which is already available. Yeah. In the long run, I guess slowly you can also get equipped with things that are constantly evolving in, say, in the field of data science or machine learning or AI. And there are a lot of other forums as well, which you can probably pursue, right? Apart from that, I think there are some online courses also, and there are a lot of apps which you can pursue, like Coursera or Udemy or Udacity, edX. And also some of these companies like IBM, Google also provide free professional certifications as well, which you can gain and then also get good knowledge on these things as well. So everything, whatever that we have in data science is completely democratized. So it's not that you have to pay for things, it's easily available online. And if you guys have the leaning towards research, that's where I think it's always good to pursue a degree rather than getting online courses, because you should have some kind of credential to pursue and get into research. So research, as in, I think you can become a research AI engineer, ML ops, or you can become a research data scientist, or also you can get into professor or teaching domain as well. So these are all good opportunities that you can pursue in data science. And these days, data science teachers are pretty much there online, but I think good ones are always there only in good universities and good big renowned universities, right? So it's if you guys want to pursue research, I think I would suggest get into formal degrees rather than pursuing something that is available online. So that's pretty much on the academic routes. um, yeah, so let's move ahead. So what are the also, apart from all the things that are available online, there are good books as well that you can probably read. I think always it's always recommended that when you read it's or when you practice, it's equal to reading 10 times, right? It's always knowledge is not accessible online, but also in books as well, because books have complete good in-depth research and in-depth knowledge about any domain. So there are some books. I guess you guys can take a screenshot of these things. I just try to uh, um, consolidate what helped me. Apart from that, there are other forums as well that are kind of paid, which you guys can also get memberships and also try to access them as well. And apart from these things, what really helped me was on the on networking, right? So it's always better for you guys to always learn from experts. So who are these experts? Experts are those who are there in the industry, who are there in the good colleges, who are there in and constantly getting updated in the field. And these people always have good like a Slack group, or say a Discord server, or they also have these meetups on the weekends, and in good places, right? So it's for free. Nobody is going to charge you to go and attend these networking events. It's just that they want to do a little bit of kind of representation of what they are working on, and they also want to learn about what other people are working as well. So it's always better for you guys to also understand that what's really going on in the present day, because data science is such a domain which is constantly updating day by day. I could give you an example, right? So just yesterday, I think ChatGPT launched a search engine which is kind of would rival the Google search, which is kind of a monopoly which has 90% of the user base. Now that GPT has given us the search functionality as well, the onus is on Google now, right? That's something which is updated just yesterday. Apart from that, things that are constantly updating, like for example, we at Oracle we have something called Oracle Code Assist. I think it's only available for employees now, but it's going to be kind of released into the real world after the beta testing is done. So I was also in the beta testing team, right? So it's a fine-tuned LLM that is released as an extension in VS Code. I think if you guys have used VS Code or PyCharm, this is an extension that is available, that you can would be able to leverage, and it will help you code, right? These days it's not important that you do coding from scratch. It's not important that at all. It's important that you understand the code and you're able to integrate things, because now that you have big LLMs, that will give you easy leverage on coding of 1 days of work within a minute or within an hour. So it's kind of foolish to not leverage them and just go on understanding and writing code from scratch. So that is something I would suggest. So now that you have the leverage and you have the LLMs, it's better to use those. And apart from these things, I think there are a lot of mentorship and networking. Like I told, networking is one, and also mentorship, right? So you would have a lot of people working in the industry, like your brothers or sisters or cousins, or people, your seniors, right? A lot of people that are already there in the industry. So I think finding a good mentor will always help. Apart from that, you should also try to build your profile in social media group, social media like LinkedIn or Twitter, where these constant updates of in this field would keep coming, right? So it's always better to have an updated social media in terms of your career, not the Instagram one, but the other ones, right? And apart from that, there, like I told, conferences and meetups. These things are constantly held by big companies, and also things like hackathons are kept on, kind of. Being organized on a weekly or a monthly basis. So it's always good or recommended to come out of your out a college zone and also attend these conferences and meetups, so that you get a broader perspective on things what's happening in the real world. So that's on the mentorship and networking, I would say. Now, so what are the areas that you guys have to concentrate on to get expertise, or to, at least get a entry level position in data science. So one thing is, there in data there are three kinds of jobs. One is a data analyst job, there's data scientist job, and there's an data engineer job. And apart from these three things, there are also other new roles that are coming up, like ML engineer, AI ML engineer, or ML ops engineer. These are new jargons of roles that are coming up these days. And the what I'm seeing or what I'm predicting is, going forward, software development engineer will become more of a AI engineer, because all the software engineer work that previously, with 10 years before, a software engineer would do, GenAI is easily able to do it. It's now on us to understand AI and also try to implement that. So these are some of the roles that you can look out for in terms of data science domain. So what are some of the major, or basic things that you guys will always you know be asked in a particular interview? So one is statistics, right? You guys would have learned about, and you would have a particular subject on statistics. Apart from that, you have inferential statistics, which is again which is more of applied statistics, where you will on top of what you have learned in the basics of statistics, you will also try to learn what these statistics may mean in terms of real world machine learning algorithms. And apart from that, it's always necessary, and it's a basic question in a particular interview, where interviewers will ask you, what will you do with raw data? When a particular interviewer will ask you, on a say, you have a raw data, and then what would you do? The first thing that you would do is data cleaning or data pre-processing. So if you have a little bit of background knowledge on different ways of how you handle missing data, how you will try to remove duplicates, how will you do standardization, how will you do say scaling or normalization of data, all of these things will help you guys to crack the interview. One is that, and also it is very evidently done on a day-to-day basis in the job as well. So it's always recommended to have these background knowledges. Now, apart from these, machine learning or AI is kind of a small jargon in terms of entire data science domain. So if you think of a superset as a data science, then machine learning is a subset, and AI is subset inside machine learning, right? So machine learning is kind of is kind of a buzzword that is there in the industry, and people constantly kind of overhype this particular domain. But there are other things as well apart from machine learning. But do we neglect machine learning? No. Machine learning is also a very important part of data science. Now, you should have a basic knowledge on what different types of machine learnings are there, and what are some different algorithms that you can leverage. And these things kind of I would say, have already saturated, because in industry it's not these basic algorithms that we use, but we always try to use more aggregated algorithms, like we have the bagging or boosting. There are some ensemble learning algorithms that we usually use, because nobody has the time to go and check each and every algorithm and then think that which has the good accuracy and then do that. So in industry it does not apply at all. So for example, I work in a particular technology, and in Oracle Finance, where I work on a particular product called ML4AML. I guess you can Google that and you'll be able to get it, which is machine learning for anti-money laundering, right? So where we try to flag different kinds of financial transactions that might be fraudulent. So that's pretty much the crux of what I try to do on a day-to-day basis. We give this product to a lot of banks who use this product, and then their data scientists will use our product and make more adjustments, more more customization to leverage their own use cases. But this is the product, entire product that I work on. And not only that, we have different kinds of initiatives, right? So once you start your job, it's not important that you complete your given task on a day-to-day basis. It's always important that you do something apart from your job, as in, say, all of these companies, whichever you get into, have something called initiatives. So what they do is they give you a kind of task that will fetch them money. So in industry, whatever you work, that will at the end of the day should get them money. But there are some other small initiatives or small side tasks or side work that you have to do that will, one, give you extra knowledge, that second will give you more visibility in terms of you being more skilled, more equipped on handling more tasks. So I would, this kind of helped me, because at Oracle there were a lot of AI based or Gen AI based initiatives that I worked on apart from the day to day work, which helped me a lot on get shifting into a more of a data analysis job to a data scientist job. So this is more of my journey. But if you want to get into an entry level data scientist job, I think you beware and start working right now or today itself. So these are some of the machine learning and AI techniques that I've tried to come up with, but there are a lot of other things that you can explore and study. So this is more of that. And at the end of the day, to a layman's perspective, it's the data visualization that matters, because whatever code you write, it's like a garbage. It's a big pile of garbage that you yourself would understand. Nobody who is from a non-coding background would not understand. So data visualization plays a very big role here. So whatever you do, you have to come up with something that is outside that, which is in terms of UI, in terms of, for a software engineer, it's a UI. For data science, it's data visualization, because you have to make a normal man, a common man, or a business person who does not have any kind of background knowledge in terms of coding to understand what your data says. That's the primary job of a particular data scientist. So it's always recommended to understand what's good and what's not, what's bad in terms of data visualization. If your data visualization is so complex and not easy to understand, then it makes no sense of you working there. So it's always better to learn these different data visualization softwares. Like there are Tableau, there's Power BI, and there is these are some of the open source ones. And if you kind of have enterprise level access, then you have something on the Salesforce, and also there's Oracle BI as well. There's we call it OTBI, Oracle Transactional Business Intelligence. That is also there. So all of these things you can explore and build good dashboards, good data visualizations, which will help you convey your data to your business stakeholder, right? So it's always better to understand what your data speaks and convey it in a very simplified and more clarity oriented manner. So this is more of that. And always think that data visualization should convey the person a story. When you have a story in mind and convey it in a story manner, it always tries and sticks to the business user. So always when you get into the industry, it's always business oriented, and data visualization plays a very big part here. Now, post your engineering, there will come a lot of advanced topics in data science. So if you get into the data science domain, you'll have a lot of advanced topics that you have to understand, also leverage. One would be your big data, right? There are a lot of big data technologies. So today, data has become so huge that it's the new oil, they say. So which means there is a lot of data that you have to understand, and small legacy systems or small projects that you build would not be able to handle such data at all. Now I have say 1 TB of hard disk, and if I try to run a big data, the entire data itself would be more than 1 TB. So that would not make much sense for me to compute or do any data processing in my system. So that's why, one, you have to use technologies for doing things virtually in with a data center or a cloud, and also understand on the big data technologies, which is and you have the entire Hadoop system. You have a lot of small different tools that you can leverage, like MapReduce, Apache Spark, and a lot of Yarn, HBase, Pig. So these are different things that you can leverage, and these things would help you get into the big data technology. So these are some advanced topics that you have to try and gain leverage. Pratik, I think I have time, or if things are getting boring, I think I would be able to get into
Maybe
questions.
Sugosh, you can get into building a successful career in data science.
Cool, cool, yeah, cool, cool, yeah, yeah. So yeah, like Pratik told, right? I guess yeah, I bored you guys, but yeah,
So all are
uh,
waiting for it, for
cool,
that
yeah.
part.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so the crux of things are pretty much that you have to be good in Python, R, and SQL. Yeah, that's pretty much on that. And there are some good libraries that I wanted to say, like Pandas, NumPy, TensorFlow, Keras, Scikit. So these are some basic libraries that you should be, have knowledge on. And yeah, that's pretty much. I guess you can go ahead with the questions. Yeah. Yeah.
Sugosh, maybe you can explain the last concept of your slides.
Okay.
Yeah, from here.
So yeah, so coming to the current job market, right? It's kind of, I would say, puzzling because there are a lot of not a lot of data scientist entry level jobs, but there are a lot of data analyst and business analyst jobs that are coming up, and I think pretty much you should have been seeing in the current placements as well. But there are some decision scientist jobs that would be coming up. Now, what is a decision scientist and what's a data scientist? That's a whole two things that happen. So decision scientist job role is kind of will make you do things end to end, but a data scientist job would be very much in depth of doing only data analysis, and it's more of writing algorithms, more of writing things. So I guess you guys, if you're more inclined towards data, I think decision scientist would be a good entry level point. Apart from that, a good product company with a good software engineering role also should be good, because every single industry, regardless of being in testing or in development or in data science, every single industry is working towards AI or towards ML, right? Because every single thing that is it is getting integrated towards the AI. It is getting integrated towards AI. So don't really worry about the package that you're getting. I think it's always it's better to first get into the industry and then figure it out. It's always better that way. Apart from that, if you want to get into research, then it's good, and if you have the financial support, financial background, I think it's always good to have a job and also study, or you can directly get into the master's degree as well. But I would recommend that stay in our country, because outside it's not really favorable, as far as I know. But there are some things, there are, if you are really kind of loaded and you'll be able to afford it, then yeah, that's great. But it's kind of not really recommended, if you ask me, right? It's my opinion, but it depends. And in terms of resume building and interview preparation, I think there is something called ATS, application tracker system. So if your resume is trackable to a particular HR, because the HR is going to end up calling you, right? So it's always better to build a resume which is more ATS favorable. So you have multiple Gen AI systems which will craft you the entire resume for a particular job role, and this will help you leverage your interviews and also get an interview in the first place. Second thing would be keep your professional social media updated. Say be it Twitter, say be it your lead code, say be it your Hacker Earth, say be it your LinkedIn, right? Or Naukri. A lot of other job portals have come up, and it's always better to keep updating and keep updated all the things that you have done in your colleges, all the things that you have done in terms of hackathons, projects, workshops, your certifications, all of these things, if you have updated, then you'll have a higher, probability of you getting an interview in the first place. And then after that, you should show your skill and then get ahead. So that's pretty much on that. I think we have some time for Q&A. So yeah, you guys can go ahead and throw in some questions, whatever you have. No problems. No questions? Or did I make any sense? Or
Yeah, any questions you can ask in the chat.
yeah. Oh, I think I did not make much sense to people then. Or
I think so. Sugosh, in the chat they have posted.
okay. Can you? I am not able to read it. Can you read it out for me? Still loading for me. Pratik?
Yeah, Sugosh. It's not visible for you.
No, it's not. It's still loading. Wait, one second. Let me just stop sharing. I don't know if that will help. No, it's not loading for me. Can you read it out?
Okay, so I think so. It's from Kushi Kumari. Sir, how can I show what makes my hackathon project special and why it matters? Any tips for making the presentation easy to understand and interesting?
Okay.
So
Yeah. So like I told, right? So first of all, for a hackathon, I think first thing would be for your PPT deck to tell a story. So every single time, whenever you go to a hackathon, get a PPT deck on pitching your particular idea, it should not have more of text oriented details, but it should have more image and storytelling or more icon related details so that the jury will be able to understand. First thing. Second thing, always try to do your homework and get the entire ecosystem, whatever you need to build the entire project for your hackathon ready before going into the hackathon. And all you have to do in the hackathon is build. If you try to understand and ideate during the hackathon, it will always be the team who have already built it or who have already have the lead edge to get and win the entire thing. So it's always better to have everything and your entire homework be done before going into the hackathon. And apart from that, your final presentation should be in such a way that it should solve a particular problem. Now, it's not important what technology you have used, what complex or very big framework that you have used. It's not important. It's always important that your solution solves a particular problem and it will make the process of a particular theme better or make a particular problem solved, right? So it's always better to have focus on that rather than your entire framework or how big a framework you have used, how big a database you have used. It's not that important. I think that answers that question. Any more questions, Pratik? No, it's still loading for me.
Okay. Any more questions? So I think so they are typing. So let's
Okay.
send them.
Yeah, no problems.
Yes, Sugosh, can you tell a placement preparation for Oracle?
Sure, yeah.
How you are prepared?
So coming to Oracle as a company, right?
So they want particularly for BIT. So you're from BIT, right? So they want how you were preparing for your placements.
Got it. So yeah, okay. So at Oracle, so I was into the Oracle HCM domain, right? Human Capital Management, and there I started as a cloud consultant. So before that, there were around 2 to 3, I think three rounds of interviews, and before that we had a very tough interview. This thing. Uh, Questionnaire, right? The screening one, where you have to give an online test and then complete, and then after that you're selected. So if you ask me, I only wanted to join Oracle because I was more inclined towards data, and which other than the owner of SQL, which is MySQL, which is Oracle, right? So that's what was the main intention. And so I gave Oracle. I tried for Oracle. I think that year Oracle came for placements thrice, and the first time I did not clear it in the screening itself, and the second time I cleared all the rounds, and then ended up not getting selected, and because I was put into the waiting list, so I was kind of disappointed. And then again for a third time, I don't know how, but somehow luckily I got it. And then this time I completed and made sure that I passed out all the interviews. Main thing would be to concentrate on your logical thinking, your DSA, where you have good problem solving skills, and then your SQL and RDBMS would play a lot of big role in Oracle, because our day-to-day basis, whichever gives us bread or whichever gives us money, is SQL. Everything that has been built upon is on SQL and PL SQL, which is SQL and PL SQL, right? We say it's SQL. So SQL and PL SQL is a major basic thing that you should be very much comfortable with, very much having complete knowledge about it. So you'll be thrown a lot of questions on SQL and PL SQL. Apart from that, there are some other things, like your resume should be attractive enough for them to understand that, okay, this guy is good, and they will definitely ask you on a lot on your projects. So whatever projects that you have done, whatever internships you have done, major 75% of the things that you will be asked on your projects, because at the end of the day, the knowledge is not important, but the hands-on that you have is important. So you will be given a lot of written and coding kind of tasks that you should be able to, right? And if you get into a more of a data science interview at Oracle, then you'll be asked about, say, to write a REST API, to write a entire, say, implement a particular ML algorithm, or to implement a little bit of on the Docker and Kubernetes as well. So you'll be given a simulation, and you should be able to implement that as well. So it'll be kind of a little tougher than what you'll have for a software engineer or a consultant role. But I think, as far as I know, Oracle comes to campuses for hiring consultants, and after you get into the company, you can shift your roles after 1 year of experience. So you can so how you shift your branches, right, from ISCS to, say, something EC or something. Similarly, at Oracle, after 1 year of experience, you can explore other opportunities, get good equipped with the relevant domains, relevant knowledge, and then if your profile is good enough, then they will shortlist you, and you'll be able to get into other domains as well. Again, it is not that easy to shift domains after you get into the company, but it is possible, because I have done it, so that it is possible. So that's pretty much on that. I think that answers your question.
Question. There's one more question. So, as you are working for the fintech solutions, so what are the key points that we should consider for what is this Scale 91 hackathon? Okay. As the screening process is very rigorous, what kind of solutions we should work on?
Okay, so if you ask me on in terms of fintech, right, these days there are two things that you can concentrate on. One would be on blockchain, where your cryptocurrencies and a lot of fraudulent transactions can happen there, and coming up with good solutions on the blockchain part, on the cryptocurrency, would be a good idea, I would say. Second would be, if you want to and I have background knowledge on anti-money laundering, and I think that's somewhere you can always implement something where you can try and come up with good machine learning and AI algorithms where it will flag a particular financial transaction, because every single day and every single year, all the countries that we see have been evolving in terms of finance. Now we see a lot of emergence in terms of UPI in India. Similarly, we have something called Swift system that's there in the US, right? So there are a lot of things that keeps on evolving on a day-to-day basis. So if it's I would say on the financial fraud or financial fraud detection kind of a domain, I think it's a good idea to pursue. Now, in terms of technology, I think you already have cloud infrastructures like AWS or Azure, which is already there for free of cost. I think that will be kind of be given to you as an instance during your hackathon. So if you have good homework on what exactly you have to implement, then the relevant technologies will help you leverage them as well. So yeah, that's pretty much on, I would say.
Yeah, fine. So any other questions? So I think there are no more questions.
Cool, yeah.
So
I think
can
we
end the
way
session.
past time as well. Yeah, sure, yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Sugosh, for taking the time to share your expertise with us this weekend. So your insights into the data science field and career strategies were incredibly valuable, and we truly appreciate your commitment to guiding our students on their career paths. Yeah, thank you once again for a memorable and inspiring session. Thank you, Sugosh.
Hey, thank you so much. Thanks from my bottom of my heart that you gave me this opportunity. Yeah,
So
it was
there's
great.
one more question in the chat.
Sure,
So
yeah. Go ahead.
if we wanted to start a startup and manage the role in office, how to manage it?
Oh, in terms of moonlighting, okay. I'm not really sure if a company would suggest that, but yeah, there is something called conflict resolution that you can do, where you can. It's recommended that you inform the company where you're working and then start up. But if you want to do a proper entrepreneurship, which you want to do, I would suggest that you first try to gain a little bit of knowledge in the industry and then start it up. The entire motivation on entrepreneurship would be on solving a particular problem, right? If you identify that, the technology that you use and the things that you come up would not be that that relevant. So it's up to you guys to choose whatever technology you can do. But I would say it's a huge job. It's entrepreneurship. It's not easy, but if you want to do a startup, I think do your homework and then start it up. So always, even if you get into the industry and get into a particular company, it's always good to have an entrepreneurship mindset, where if you have entrepreneurial mindset and try to come up with new technologies, new innovations, right, it will always be encouraged. So uh, going forward, if you want to get into entrepreneurship directly, then it's always good to first identify the problem, and if there are a good target audience and users that you can leverage, and then make money out of it. See, at the end of the day, you have to make money. So think in that way, and then you can probably get into it. I think that pretty much answers the question. But there are a lot of online gurus, entrepreneurship gurus that you can follow. Yeah. Any more questions, Pratik?
So I think so. There are no more questions.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much, man, Pratik. I think it was great catching up with you guys, and it was an honor that you guys spent your time in the middle of a festival, and then you came because you guys are so focused. I wish you all the very best for your future endeavors, and then have a great career ahead. And hope you guys also can give a session in the coming 4 to 5 years after you get into your domain or your jobs. So thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Sugosh.
Thank you so much.